Does it snow in Romania? I'm searching it up. It snows in Romania. Oh wow, it's actually really pretty. Where is Romania? My geography's
Romania.
not geographying.
Romania is in Romania.
No.
You're welcome. No, I just accidentally stubbed my toe on
Oh, that's
my
the
deck
worst.
carrier.
Literally the other day,
We're
I was
good. We're good.
the
We're
other the other day I was trying to put on pants really fast, and then I like jammed my nail into my knee, and I scratched myself so hard it friggin' hurt, and I was literally running late, so I was like I was just bleeding to the bus stop. I'm like, it's fine. It's not. It's not very safe.
You have to. You're the intro person. This is all you.
I got you. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Wait, Let Me Explain the podcast. I am here today. I am Kawaa, and I'm here today with
No one. I'm not here.
okay, words, meanings, things. Okay, so actually today, well, by the time this episode gets released, it'll be around Valentine's Day. So if you got your lovers, maybe you don't. I don't know. I don't know your lives. It's okay.
I don't. I don't.
Me too. Buckle up, and we're gonna actually talk about red flags today. And
It's me. I'm the red
words.
flag.
Yes,
It
Himiko's
was me,
ultimate red
Barry.
flag. Anyways, I thought today's topic would
True.
be a fun thing to talk about simply because I feel like everyone in this time is either thinking about dating, maybe thinking about how they're not dating, and maybe you're contemplating, is she the one? Is he the one? Are they the one? Who knows? So today I thought it'd be fun if we just kind of dive into red flags. So starting off, Himiko, how would you like define a red flag? Like even in friendships too, like what would you define as like a red flag?
Whenever I think of red flags, I instantly go to like things that just kind of like push me away. Like it either like gives me like the ick, or it's like, oh, they do something that makes me like not want to like associate with them or be able to associate with them. Or in the case of dating, like, oh, I would not be able to date them because they do this. Like it's that type of stuff for me.
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah, so I I have the definition on Urban Dictionary, and I also have it on Wikipedia. So there's like it's like saying two different things but kind of like the same thing. So on
Both of them just say Himiko.
yeah, just straight up Himiko. So on Urban Dictionary, a red flag is a sign or a warning of any impending danger, disaster, or doom. Which I thought was kind of funny because it's like impending doom is what a red flag is. Um, I guess in some ways it could be considered an impending doom depending on how you look at it. Okay, so on Wikipedia it says a red flag is a metaphor of a sign of a particular problem requiring attention, which I think both of them kind of go hand in hand to describe like red flags. Like if you've been on the internet, I feel like you'll know, like you would have heard the terms like red flag and stuff, right? Um, so yeah, I thought it would be fun to search up a couple red flags and we can go through them together. And Himiko, you can say if you either think it is a red flag or if you want to defend it. We'll say that. So we're either gonna
Okay.
support, as in like thumbs up, or like uh what did I say? What was the what word did I just say?
Red flag, green flag.
Red flag is bad. That's what we say. Okay.
Red flag bad. Red bad. Green good. Green mean go. Red mean stop.
Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna go through the list and like we can just like I guess discuss. Okay. So the first one says they dislike all animals, claiming they're too dirty or a waste of time. You think that's a red flag?
Um,
Like if they dislike animals, I guess.
so I know this is kind of like a cop out answer that people give. I'm thinking this is more of like the case of a beige flag. I'm not like for me, green flag is like, oh, that's okay. I would want them if this is how they are. I think of this as more of beige. This is in between. If you do not
Really?
like animals, I don't think it's a turn. I love having pets,
Mm.
but I can understand people not wanting to have pets and like because oh they can't take care of them, they don't want to take care of them, stuff like that. So I can completely get that.
Mm.
So I don't think of it as a red flag, but I would not like go searching for someone that does not want like an animal.
Wait, but like, have you
So for
ever
me, it's
heard?
much more that case. Uh,
No, you finish. Sorry, finish what you're saying.
I was just more going like the case of like I said, like it's just I would not search for someone who doesn't want animals. So that's why I wouldn't put it as a green flag. It'd be more of that beige flag. Like
Yeah, but like, okay,
I
wait,
I would not search for that,
wait.
and I but I don't care.
Have you ever heard of like I don't know, like I think I swear it's like a psychology fact or something. I don't know if it like you'd have to probably like look into it. But like apparently people who hate animals, it's that's like a sign of like a serial killer. Like that's what I've heard. I don't know if that's true, but like maybe
I've
that's
never
why.
heard that.
Really? I swear that's a thing. Like I swear
Maybe
it's like a thing that
maybe
like
you're just a serial killer.
no, I love animals. What are you talking about? I'm allergic to half of them, but like I still pet them regardless, even if like it, it makes me all itchy.
Well, some people are just straight up like it's the case of that like germaphobes. Like that's my problem. Like right
Mm,
now, like
true.
I love pets.
Yeah.
I personally, at least right now while I'm living alone, I will not get a pet. I
Mm.
love pets. I love having them. My dad has 3 dogs and a cat that I love. I love all of them. But I personally do not want to go through the effort of constantly cleaning up for them. Um, of course, making sure they fed and everything. Like it's not the case of, oh, I don't care about animals. It's the case of I'm lazy first off, but also I just
Excuse me.
I already have trouble taking care of myself. You want me to take care of another living creature?
Yeah.
So like, that's why I put it more in the case of like a beige flag. Like once again,
Mm.
green
But
flag
like,
is like that
okay, is
case
that
of, oh, I want them if they're this way, but like it doesn't like make me not like it doesn't turn me off from them if they don't want a pet.
yeah? Okay, makes sense. Uh,
It's different if they were like, oh, I hate animals completely. Like, because like you did say like the case of it's pets, correct?
well, wait, is it?
Or
It said animals. Period.
oh, if it's hate animals completely, then it's like I could still somewhat see it. I still wouldn't. I still probably wouldn't say like red flag, but I'd be more iffy about it because of the case. I do love animals.
Yeah.
It more depends how they react to it. Like if it's like, oh, they go to a friend's house and this person has a dog and they're like disrespecting the dog. They like hunt the dog because it got close to them.
Oh my
Like
god.
if they're like rude to the animal, then it's
That's
like
a
no,
huge red
that's a
flag. I'm
major
sorry.
red
Yeah, that's a
flag.
huge red flag. No thanks.
Yeah, if they're like rude to animals,
You're
it's a
so
major red flag.
mean.
But if it's a case of just like they don't like animals, but it's just a case of because they think they're dirty and they're more say like a germaphobe or it's like stuff like that.
Mm.
Okay, I don't really care as long as it's not like you see an animal and then you harm the animal because of it because you don't like them. That's the difference. If they're gonna harm them because they don't like them, major red flag. If it's a case of they just don't like animals, so that makes it so they don't want a pet or they're not like, oh, they see someone's dog or cat and they're over there petting them and everything. If they're just
Mm.
like that, then it's just a beige flag for me. That's how I look
Yeah.
at it.
Okay. Yeah, I see you. I hear you. Yeah. Okay. This one's good. This one says, do they expect
Goose,
you to take on a traditional gendered role in the relationship? Like, if they are like, no, you're a woman, you must be in kitchen, you must cook, or like, you're a man, you must build house. You know?
red flag, red
Mhm.
flag.
Yeah, that's what I'm
If you have,
saying.
if you have to stick by gender conformities, that is
Like, tell
a
me you're
major
boring.
red flag because time. Well, don't even tell me you're born. Tell me that you're stuck in the 80s.
Yeah,
Tell me
that's
you're
that's
stuck in the
so
past
true. Yeah.
because that was a huge thing in the past. In the past, oh, all women stayed in the kitchen. Men, they built houses. They fought in wars. They were soldiers. They were architects. Like they were
Yeah.
like these burly men or like these like that type of standard. Like it's the case of if like that is like very like 80s
Yeah.
or earlier. Like that's
They're
like
a
that
little
like
beefy, like
very
yeah.
old stuff. If
Yeah.
you're still like that now, then it's just like that's a major red flag for me because I think people should be able to do it. Like a woman should be allowed to still work as a construction worker if she wants. A
Yeah.
guy should be allowed to be a stay-at-home. dad for the kids. Like it should
Mm,
not matter the gender to
yeah.
define what your role is in the household or as a person.
Exactly right. Like if I like dated a guy and then he told me like, "Oh, you shouldn't get a job. You're a woman. You should just stay at home and be a mother." Like I feel like I'd actually be like, "No," because I actually like working. Like I love like being busy. Like I don't think I could like live a life where I'm not like trying to like do things with
Yeah,
my life if that makes sense, you know?
I can understand in that case at like very beginning, like, oh, you're the woman, you just gave birth to the kid, like
Oh
you
yeah,
need to
like
like
you gotta
I
take
can
time off,
understand more
yeah.
of like the woman staying home, like even if it's like say like until the kid's a little bit older, but that's just the case of so like someone's there. Grant, I don't think that of course
Yeah.
has to be the woman. I think it is better if it's the woman just because of course they're the one who
Oh, like
just
the
went through labor
and
or
like yeah, the
they're the ones who
early
had the more you just had
motherhood
9
things.
months where you were dealing with everything.
Mhm.
The guy did not. So it's like the case of let the woman now more take a break after doing all this instead of both worrying about the kid and working.
Oh, yeah, no.
So like
Maternity
at the
leave
start, I can
is
understand that.
yeah.
But yes, later on, it's like I think if the guy wants to be the stay-at-home dad, that's fine. If the woman wants to be a stay-at-home mom, that's fine. If you both
Yeah.
want to work and like it's just make sure somebody's home to like to get the kid from school or whatever, that's fine as well. Like as long as it works. But I don't think it has to be
Yeah.
gender like basic. Oh, you're the woman. You have to stay home.
Yeah. Well,
Take
also
care of the kid.
cuz
I expect
like
dinner on the table when I get home.
see my thing is cuz let's say like my concern, let's say if I decided I wanted kids and I had kids, right? If I were to like not exist, like just poof, like maybe I like fell off the face of the earth, would my partner
Get Thanos snapped.
would my partner be able, like let's say I'm dating a man or I'm married to a man specifically, like if he refuses to learn how to like take care of kids just because that's like a quote unquote woman's job, like that is concerning because like what if something happened to me, how would the
Right,
kids
if something
be okay?
happens to you now, he just doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, and that's why like for me
And
that's a red flag.
of course, there's certain things that I can understand. Say, like a guy not understanding how to do, and it might be a little bit hard. Like, of course, if say you guys would have a daughter,
Hmm.
the guy doesn't understand periods. Of
Oh
course, that would
yeah,
make sense
you
because
can't really, you know,
they don't.
yeah,
Right,
can't hold it
doesn't
against them.
never experience it, so can't. So like,
Yeah,
there's certain things I can understand even after if you're like a great father not understanding.
yeah,
But yes, if you can't just do like basic like
basic like taking care of your like feeding your kid, knowing how to cook, bro. Like
feeding
some people don't know how to
feeding your
cook.
kid, I barely know how to cook.
Yeah, but see, like you don't have kids yet. I feel like, I feel
It's just
like,
also true. I don't have
yeah.
kids.
I feel like when you're in
At
your
least I
twenties
don't
and
think
you're,
so.
yeah, like when you're single and you're on your own, it's like kind of like you can do whatever. But if you're gonna expect to be in a relationship or like start a family, I feel like there's certain things like you need to,
You
like,
need to at least learn how to cook basic stuff,
yeah, like even
and
if it's
then
craft
make,
dinner, like I don't know something. I know some people that don't know how
and
to
then
cook at
also
all.
just making sure basic necessities like okay, making sure your kid is doing basic hygiene, making sure that you're actually taking care of your kid, just like the cases like a pet, like making sure like it's fed, making sure it's clean, and making sure they're doing what you need to do.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
if you
right.
don't know how to do that stuff because you were too focused on work, yeah, that is also just a red flag.
Yeah, yeah.
That's another thing. It's like, and like this is more like this is like a common thing. Is like some people like I can understand if you're in like the military, but some people put work before their family like completely. Like, oh, you have kids? Well, I'm gonna be out of I'm gonna be out of town for a couple months for work.
Mm.
And then just doesn't contact like their significant other or their kid,
Oh,
or it's like the case of like there's people like that. There are people who
yeah.
put their job before their family completely. If you're like that, that's also a red flag.
But then, like, that's at the point where, like, because the thing is, I feel like a lot of people who are like those kind of parents, like, they got like not like kind of forced into like the whole, because like the how the stereotype is like, oh, you graduate school, you get a partner, then you have kids, and it's like some people just do it because they feel like they have to have kids, not because they want kids.
Yeah,
And like that's where it's like, oh, I feel like if you have kids, you should at least want kids.
I could. There is the argument though, in that is the case of like
Oh, like accidental, like,
accidents happen exactly, and now
yeah,
you kind
or like
of have
unexpected,
to right
yeah,
unexpected. but you don't want to have an abortion, and you just kind of just learn.
Mm. But then I feel like at that point you're choosing to commit to that, which is like very valid, you know?
Right, you're choosing to commit to it, which is that case of like then it's like that whole thing. But yes,
Yeah.
I it's just, I could see why like not everyone has kids because they want kids. Some it's like they didn't mean to, it just kind of happened.
Yeah, yeah.
Or like there's also of course relationships where the guy didn't want the kid, the woman didn't want to abort it, they wanted the kid. That's a
Mm.
whole nother thing. But we're not gonna get into.
No, see, okay, my quick little argument for that is like I think that's stuff you got to discuss before you enter a relationship, you know?
I
Like
think that's something you should discuss before you stick your penis in her.
I might have to censor that. That's crazy. All right,
I mean,
moving
am I
on.
wrong?
Moving on.
Am I wrong?
Very, very right. All right, let's see. I'm just going down the list. Ooh, okay. Uh, okay. Do they have a pattern of ghosting or disappearing after a few dates? I mean,
Red
like,
flag.
I was like, I feel like that's a huge red flag. I feel like it's kind of obvious. Okay, wait.
It's like I can like if it's like oh they're just like ghosting.
But it's like ghosting and
That
coming
one's
back?
honestly kind of confusing in my opinion. Right, like ghosting after a few dates.
And then
If
what, you
they have
come
a
back?
habit of it, then did they really ghost you, or did they just
Yeah.
like drop off the face of the earth for a little bit then come back? Like that
Mm,
one's a little weird. But if they're like constantly like oh you guys are in a relationship and you one day go from you guys had a date to now it's been a week and you've not heard from
yeah, but it's
your
saying,
significant other, then boom, you once again just ran to hear from them after a month. That's a red flag.
okay,
If they instead say gave you a reason, maybe not like, oh,
yeah.
listen, I'm sorry, I just have a lot going on. I need time for myself. Then it's not a red flag because at least they gave you a reason. But if they're just dropping off the face of the earth, and it's just like, what just happened? What is happening? Where'd they go?
Yeah,
What?
no. But it's saying pattern, so I'm assuming this is like multiple times. Like they probably come back and then ghost it again. Like, if it's a pattern, okay. See, if it's a one-time thing and you have a justifiable explanation as to why, like you might have ghosted. Like maybe like I don't know, your like parent got sick or something, or like something happened. Like you had like a like I don't know, life it just exploded and like you had no control. Like that's understandable. But if it's like oh they just made a habit of it like a habit of like just not telling you where they are and like maybe like you've brought it up, I think that's when it's a red flag because like if you guys don't talk about it, it's kind
Well,
of like
that's what I'm
okay.
saying. If they didn't tell you, that's like where it's definitely a
Yeah,
red flag. But if they're at least giving you a reason and it's a good reason, it's not like,
yeah.
oh hey, I'm not gonna be talking to you for a while. Like then that's good. But if they're giving like an actual reason, like, oh, this month the reason why they didn't talk to you is because their mother passed. This next month they're not talking to you because they're extremely stressed out with work and everything. Like they just need time to kind of get their life in order. If they have good reasons, then I would say beige flag. But in a case of oh, they're just they ghosting you, I guess it would be without giving you reason. So if they're just straight up just disappearing and
mm,
it's like a pattern, then yes, that's a major red flag. Unless it's like oh, it's just like hey, they don't talk to you for like the rest of the day. That's not as bad because that's like stuff happens.
yeah,
Sometimes
yeah,
you don't look at your phone or like it's just been a really bad day. You don't want to talk to anyone where they forgot to respond. That stuff happens. But if it's like
yeah.
ghosting to the case of like, hey, I've not talked to you for a week. I'm back. How's it going? I love you. Like, where have you been? Like, if
Yeah,
that
like a
keeps
hi,
happening, then yes,
like oh you're
major red flag.
alive.
If it just keeps happening and it's like
Yeah,
it's for like a decent chunk of time,
yeah, I
doesn't
think
tell
I
you
would say like
anything.
more than a well I would say like more than like 4 days or something or like half a week, I don't know, like.
Yeah,
And
if
that's
it's like
if they haven't explained anything like at all. Even if you've asked, like, you
I
know?
honest I honestly say like if it's like 3 days or more, because like I get
Yeah.
people do have like their stuff where like they just don't want to look at their phone or don't want to talk to anyone,
Yeah, right.
but it's not that hard to be like, hey, I just need a little bit to like
Yeah,
I
like
just need a little bit for myself. Like
yeah, like
I just need me like a simple message, like a 5 word message.
exactly, yeah.
Even
Yeah,
if that's
okay.
not that day. If it's like the next day, or like if it gets to like 3 days, it's like, okay, so you didn't care to like tell me. You made me worry that something happened to you.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm
Like
gonna
that's to the point of I'm showing up to your house and
yeah, like
figuring out
like
what's
it's more
going on.
like I feel like it comes off like I think it's also the intention. Okay, actually, wait. This kind of okay. This goes kind of like towards my next one, which is kind of like the opposite side of it. Is okay. This one says, do they demand constant communication and get upset if you don't respond immediately? Because I feel like that's
Uh,
kind of on the flip side, but also not. Like I feel like there's like boundaries that like make it okay to do.
I think that's also a red flag. Of course, it does depend
Yeah.
what is defined as immediately. Like it's
Yeah.
like
Oh, immediately is
I'm
like.
person I'm a very clingy person. Like I do, and I tend to overthink. So
mm,
like if I'm having like a conversation where I think like it's going somewhere, or like say if you were dating it, or say I was dating and like, oh, I would want like a lot of attention. And if it's like that case of, oh, they're not talking to me for like a day, then I'm just gonna start overthinking.
right. Yeah, I've been there.
But I'm not like the case of like, oh, it's been 3 minutes. Why haven't you responded to me? Like
Yeah,
that's a red flag. If
that
it's like that,
is.
like you have to respond to me instantly. Like I don't care if you're working. I don't care if your phone's dead. I need you to respond immediately. If it's like that, that's
That's
a red flag
yeah.
because
That's
that
just
shows you that they're
insane.
crazy.
That's just
You
like
know they're crazy.
obsession. That's like
That's gonna
obsession and
that's gonna be
possession. It's bad.
that person's also gonna be the same person. If you break up with them, they're gonna be outside your house with a knife. You
That's
should probably not
creepy.
date them
Yeah, I hate to say it, but that's probably
because
true
like
though. Like it's bad.
I mean, it is. It's like those cases. Like if you see any like shows or movies or stuff like that, like that's what it usually is. If it's like that type of person who's like, "Why haven't you responded to me? Are you out cheating on me?" And it's literally been like 5 minutes, and she sent
5
20
minutes.
messages because you've not. I've literally seen stuff like that. People have sent like this. Is what I can't remember where I saw this, but somebody posted about how they were talking to a girl. They weren't even at the point of dating. Like they were like talking a lot, or like they just started dating. It was lunch, and this chick was like sent them like 20 messages and like called them like 15 times in the span of 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and then like just ended up like the first messages were like, "Hey, miss you," like stuff like that, like lovey-dovey stuff. Then it became like, "Hello, hello, hello. Why are you not responding to me? Respond to me," and then typing in all
Oh,
caps like,
that's so bad.
if
Like
you don't respond to me, I'm just assuming you're cheating on me. And then like,
no, because I feel like if I was that
that
person, I'd be
I
so embarrassed.
hate
Like
you. Like,
that's embarrassing.
I
Like
hate you. Those,
okay,
and then those are the people who like they're gonna show up at your house. You better be
I'm
scared
gonna
that they're not gonna have a knife.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate too because I've seen situations where, like, let's say they weren't like that in the beginning, but then later on they became like that because the other person wasn't communicating, for example. Like, and let's say maybe, I don't know, let's say, because I've been in this situation because I have been cheated on before and I do get paranoid. Like, oh my God, is this person cheating on me? Because, like, I think they're ghosting me. Even if it's, like, and I've worked on that. That's something to heal, though. Like, that's a whole other story. Like, that's something to, like, work on, too, is, like, mending that trauma from the other relationship. Because, like, I see it as, like, like, I think it's a red flag if you are, like, constantly, like, answer me. But I think, let's say it's like what we said, like when it's been a couple hours or like maybe like a whole day and it's like they said they were going to text you, but then they don't. I think that's the key actually, is if they say they're going
That's
to talk to
yes,
you. Yeah.
that's completely different. That's what I'm saying. If it's like, oh, either they said they're gonna talk to you, or like
Yeah.
you guys like they haven't responded to you like all day. If you get like you send like a couple messages now, like you sent like 5 messages in a row, but it was throughout the entire day,
Yeah.
questioning where they are. Like that's not
Versus
like
like
it
in
could
a
be a little bit of
moment.
trust issues. It could be like the case of like worried about them. But that I can understand. But if like this said immediately,
Yeah, like that isn't
my mind
that's crazy.
immediate says like over the next few minutes they're sending you like a lot of messages or calling you a lot, spamming you, wondering like where are you.
Yeah. See, like that's I think that's I maybe okay, maybe I'm thinking about it, but like that's like I feel like that's a misconception of that red flag because I feel like it's kind of like I feel like you could divide it into like subcategories, which is like what we said, like immediately versus just expecting you to like answer within like a day or two, you know?
Yeah. So I if if we were to like fully dissect and like place it like different ways,
Yeah.
I would have a spot for every single flag. Green
Yeah.
flag is the case of that if they're like constantly wanting to talk, like they're also like lovey dovey, they want attention. I'm clingy. So like if they're constantly wanting to talk, like
Yeah.
love that. And especially if they know I'm working, they're not like blowing me up. If it's like that case of they message me, they want my attention, we'll text for like an hour, like call or hang out for a while, whatever. But like they're not like constantly like berating me with messages. Like they send a message, wait for me to respond, or send like a couple, wait for me to respond.
Mm.
Green flag, because that shows they want to talk to me, I want to talk to them.
Yeah, but I
Like
think
I'm
it's
getting
like
that clinginess and everything.
I
Then if
think
it's like, oh, it's like base flag, if it's like, oh, they are kind of like, they're not like spamming you, but it's been like, oh, they do get they say yell at you like for not responding to them for like an hour, but it's like they don't like spam you, but they do get like upset, like where were you? That's like okay, little crazy, little
little like, oh, I need some
like
space.
controlling, but like that
Yeah,
case of
yeah.
I can get it, especially as you said, like if past trauma.
Yeah.
Now the other one is just a red flag if it is immediate, if it's nonstop, like 5 minutes and they sent me 800 messages. Okay,
Yeah, it's
not for
kind of
me.
like, well, yeah, because I think that's the thing. I think like the way I would word it is like it's okay to want to talk to your partner all the time because you like have feelings for them, you love them, but you can't have that expectation for it to happen. Like that is just unrealistic and like unhealthy too. Like imagine being with somebody all the time, like you'd go insane. Like with anybody, like some people need their alone time, right? Like for me, I love my alone time. Like I cherish it with like a cherry on top, like and it's not like I hate like let's say I'm dating somebody. It's not like I'm gonna hate my partner because I want alone time. I just sometimes like being alone, you know. And
See, my case is like it doesn't like I enjoy alone time, but I'm also happily with do it like anytime. But it's
mm,
like that case of especially don't you can't get like upset that I'm not responding, say like at work. It gets busy. What do you
mm,
want me to do? Should I just stop working? Or if it's
yeah,
like
that's true. That's
you
true.
if you know I'm doing something,
Oh
like
yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
I'm doing
And their
something,
phone's just
what can you
blowing up.
expect from me? Of course
Yeah.
I'm not like paying too attention to my phone the entire time or like
Yeah.
I can't like quickly access it. Like I have like volleyball and stuff. I usually don't have my phone even on me at volleyball.
Yeah.
It's in the gym with me. It's off in the corner,
Yeah.
not in my pocket.
See,
Like
like I'd also argue that like I feel like people like let's say like cuz yeah, you said you'd have volleyball, like you have things in your life to like occupy your time, right? Not everybody sets up their life like that, which is kind of unfortunate because I feel like you need to live like a fulfilled life. But like I think if you are going to be living your life like that and you're dating somebody who's like super busy, I feel like that's just already like you should just know that's not going to work out. Just because like you guys are on your phones like probably not as much as each other and like at that point it's like you just need to find somebody who's probably like also just constantly on their phone and like if that's something like you're like you want somebody who's probably just you know what I mean, but that would be like an agreed like okay like this is what we like as communication versus like I don't know if somebody
see,
is like
I
sorry you
think it
go
could still work out even if say one of them is constantly like at home, like not doing stuff. But it's like that case of you do still just need to communicate, like, hey, just letting you know I'm not gonna be able to talk much. I'm gonna be at volleyball.
yeah like that's
Or
that's reasonable
like you need to have the like make sure you
yeah
guys both know what's going on. Because then like
yeah exactly
if you know something's happening, you're not gonna be overthinking.
that's
At least
true
not as much. If I tell you I'm going to volleyball, I can't respond much. You know what's happening.
yeah
But if I say just like don't tell you what's happening. Volleyball practice for me is 2 hours. I look
mm,
at my phone maybe twice in the entire 2 hours. So
yeah
if I don't respond to you in those 2 hours, I can understand like why aren't they talking to me if you have no clue that they're doing something.
yeah that's what I'm
So like,
saying
that's another thing. Is you guys need to make sure you like let each other know like, hey, if I don't respond, it's because I'm hopping in the shower, I'm at volleyball, or I'm
yeah
driving to where my mother's at, like whatever.
yeah, like especially in critical situations, like yeah, like oh, I'm driving to this place. It's like you want to know they got there safe at least. Like not because like you want to be overbearing, but you just care. I feel like that's a good
Right.
baseline of like why you'd be asking. But if especially if they say they're gonna text you like oh I got home and then they just ghost you until like the next day, you're kind of like what the heck, and you're just kind of like hoping they're like alive.
right, and like that I can understand, and then it's also like so like that like level. That's where I put more of like that like kind of like beige flag, where it's like doesn't matter that
Yeah.
much, or maybe even the green flag, depending like how much it is. But yeah, it would be a red flag if, as the thing said, like immediate
Yeah.
attention. That's where it's just
Yeah,
a
like
problem
immediately is
because
just a no-no.
I have a life. If I tell you I'm doing something and I won't be able to respond much, and you get upset at me because I can't respond much, then it's just like, okay, I do not want to be in this relationship because I can see how it's going to go.
Hmm. Ooh, okay, this one's a good one. Okay, wait. Uh,
What's up?
are you like, do you have anything else you want to say for that one?
No, I was just telling you, no, it's not because you said this is a good one.
Rude. Okay, so this one says, do they constantly compare you to their exes or other people they know?
Ah,
Yeah,
I
yeah, this
think
is,
it
see,
depends.
it's a good one.
I think it depends to what extent. Like, if it's like, oh, my ex did this better than you, red flag.
Ew, yeah,
Bye.
that is a red flag. It's like, oh, well,
If you're
so and so
telling,
would have
if
kissed me
you're
that way.
saying like, did this oh, this you did
Ew.
this worse than my ex, or if it's like they're constantly like, oh, us doing this reminds me of my ex. That's like,
Oh,
why are you
that is,
thinking about them so much? That's a red flag. If it's
yeah,
like,
no.
if it's like early on into the relationship and say like you just broke up with them, like some
Oh,
people
they're
do
not
like
over them.
start dating right after.
They're not over
Well,
them.
no, I was gonna say in a case like that, if it's like really early on, I can understand a little bit. Still would be a red
Mm,
flag. But I can understand a little bit because it's like, okay, you are still getting them. But if it's like, hey, this is your ex from a year ago, and you're still like, oh, us doing this reminds me of my ex, or oh, me and my ex used to do this,
okay, okay,
and
I
like then
see.
it's like, nope, no, don't want that because that's just like you're constantly still thinking about them. Obviously,
Like, yeah, like you,
like you still have feelings if it's been like a year and you're still like thinking about them that much.
yeah.
And like friends, I don't think's as big of a problem. Like if you're like, oh hey, like you doing that reminds me of how me and my friends joke around, or how me and Kawaa are. Like
Yeah, no, it's
that's like
different.
okay, that doesn't really matter. Like cool, I'm glad that like I fit in with you and your friends. Like I fit in that way. Like I would honestly kind of enjoy that if I remind them of their friend because that means maybe I could fit in and it's not like a separate kind of like life. Because some people have that. Some people have their relationship and their friendship separate.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think like
So
I
like
yeah.
no, you can talk. I already lost my train of thought now.
Oh, my bad. My
You
bad,
lost
gang.
your
My bad. Okay. Yeah, so I was just gonna say that like oh, now I lost my train of thought.
nice.
Nice.
We're good at this.
Great conversation. Great podcasters here. Yeah, no. Oh, yeah. Okay, so like I think okay, because I have been on the side of like okay, like where like okay, I've had a relationship before where I've like one of the arguments was that I was like, "Oh, like my like I had a lot of trauma, right? Like I had a really bad relationship for like 5 years and like that just like took an emotional turmoil on me." And like I remember it was a conversation of like my fears from that relationship were transferring over to that relationship, like that new relationship, and the way I would bring it up that like upset this person was that I would say like, oh, like I'm just scared you're gonna do this because my ex did that, and like blah blah blah, like little things here
See,
and there.
and
Do you think that's
that's what I
valid?
was saying like earlier. I said the case of if it's like, oh, it's still like say a fresher breakup or like a trauma one. I already said earlier if I think it's a fresher if it's a fresher one, it's not as bad because it's like okay, yeah, you might not still be fully over it, or you still just might not be fully healed. I don't think that's as
Mm,
much of a problem. Like,
yeah,
oh, your ex cheated on you, and now this your new guy's like constantly like out, not telling you fully where he is, like or what he's
yeah, and it's
doing.
like
Then
giving
it's
those
like
signs of like,
saying like
oh,
something like right, say, and this is saying something you experience, and saying something like what you're doing is just like, can you please tell me what's happening, like what you're doing, because
yeah,
you're reminding me of my ex, because this is what he did.
yeah,
That's different.
yeah, yeah,
I
exactly.
don't think that's a red flag
That's
because
like
that's
trying
the
to
case
fix
of
it.
like that's like you're right. You're just trying to let him know like you're worried. You
Yeah.
just want to know what's happening, or like you don't like you're letting them know like you don't want you're just trying to make sure something doesn't happen like that again.
Mhm.
It's different compared to like I said, if they're like, oh, me and my ex used to always do this. That's like, okay,
Mm.
oh, why are you still thinking about it? I'm like, I get you guys used to do this or whatever, but no, no. Why are you like thinking so much about like those like intimate times you had compared to saying like you said like it's the case of trauma or like being worried
Yeah.
because your ex did this exact same thing. That's different.
Yeah, no, it's different, especially like cuz I feel like one way like saying like, "Oh, I'm scared you're going to do this thing that like I experienced before." That's saying you want the relationship to work out, so you're just trying to like crush those like overthinking thoughts, you know? Whereas the other one is
Yeah,
like, "Oh my gosh, my ex did this and like why don't you do it this way?" That's just mean, bro. That's just like what are you doing?
right. One is you're trying to like
Like what's the main goal
crush
here?
bad thoughts. The other one is to like make the person
Like
feel
feel
bad,
bad,
making them seem
yeah.
like they're not doing as much for you.
Exactly. Like one's communication, one's just like petty. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Both are like kind of like the same, like you're trying to bring up something, but I think it's like that's maybe the differentiator is like the way you do it makes an impact, you know?
The way and the reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
If the reason is like we said, if it's like, oh, to like make sure like this isn't happening or to try to communicate how you feel is one thing. But if it's a case of like, oh, he did this better than you, like, fuck you.
Like no. Yeah. All right. This next one is where'd it go? They are disrespectful to customer service workers. It's like waitresses, cashiers.
Just red flag.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yes. Okay. Literally. Okay. What's your reasoning?
It's I was gonna say I can understand if it's like, oh, you're constantly thrown for like a loop. Like if you say, called this number to talk to one person, they transferred you here, then they transferred you back to the
Okay.
first person. I can understand you
That'd
getting
be
snippy at
frustrating.
that. I get annoyed at that type of stuff too. But if it's
Yeah.
like a case of like some people I've experienced this at my job, there's been times where like me or like one of my coworkers were like in the way of what they wanted because I just work in a grocery store. We were in the way, and like they started like yelling at us, like you guys are always in the way. This whole thing's so stupid. Like you guys shouldn't even have jobs. What you guys do is pointless. Like you're just always in the way of the customer. No one can get anything. Like shut up. Or like complaining like someone's too slow.
Yeah,
Like in fast
no.
food, like oh you're too slow. I've been waiting here for 10 minutes to get my food. Like I could have went home and made stuff myself. Fine, bye. Go do that. You could have go do it then. Why didn't you? Like if
Yeah.
there's like an actual if there's not if it's just like all the time constantly like rude to them or like stuff like that. Like even some people like whatever asking where something is, they're like, I need to know where this is right now. Or like, why don't you have this? Like getting upset because they don't have something or you don't know where something is or not helping you instantly. That's a red flag. But if it's like, okay, a valid reason, one person told you to talk to this person told you to talk to this person, you've been on the phone for 2 hours and you still don't have an answer for why this item's missing. Like, then
Yeah, yeah.
if there's a reason like that, I get it.
Yeah,
I get annoyed
exactly.
at that stuff too. If I'm constantly thrown around on the phone or like I'm no one's giving me answers for a question that should be simple or easy to fix. Like that type of
Yeah.
stuff,
Right?
I can get that.
Yeah. No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, cause I feel like okay. The reason I think it's a red flag if like somebody is like rude to like customer service workers, it's giving like you think you're better than them, and like you literally everyone is human. Like just because you have one job, like maybe you're some fancy lawyer or whatever, doesn't mean you have the right to treat somebody badly just because they have a different job. You know what I mean? That's just
Yeah, it
like
makes them
ego.
appear arrogant, like they're better than everyone. Like
Yeah, and like that's not
sorry
somebody you want
that
to be with.
they're still living their life doing this while
Yeah.
you have your life ahead of yourself. Like people are still trying to figure that stuff out.
Exactly, right? And it's like
You need
even
to
so,
give
like
people time.
like it's because I've had like friends, like quote unquote, well, friends, like sort of friends, like just people in my like social life that like I've seen will like they work another minimum wage job and then they'll still like roast like certain like like food service jobs, like they work in like retail or whatever, and they're like, and it's like they're both minimum wage, like one's not better than the other, like to at that point it's just like you just want to feel like you're better than somebody else, and like if you know what I mean, like it's that's a huge red flag. Is like if they make the same amount that you do and they still think like just because of like I don't know what reason. Like some people just think they're better. And I was like ugh, it just transfers out, like it transfers out, and I feel like that's why it's a red flag is because you see it as like that's just who they are as a person, and like that's not somebody you want to be with, you know?
Yeah, that shows you more of how someone is as a person when they're that way
Yeah,
compared
exactly.
to just like, oh, like I said, like if it's like that case of like something, some reason like you're annoyed, like you didn't get an item and no one will give you an answer, or like you've been trying to help get out fixing this and you're just getting around about it, or this was supposed to be delivered 2 weeks ago and no one's telling you where it is. Like there's reasons to be get upset at people, but if it is like constantly or like you're degrading someone because of their job, that's like you're not better than them.
Exactly, right?
Yes, you might have a better life. You might be further in life, but you're not better than them.
Mm,
Realistically, you probably got it handed to you. You probably
yeah, yeah. Okay. I think we have time for maybe one or two more. Okay.
102 more.
102. No, but you need six, seven. Six, seven more. Hey, we did say we want to make it a
Six,
challenge to
seven.
include six, seven in our podcast. So
Six,
six,
seven.
seven. 6 or 7 hours.
How many have we done? How many have we
I
done?
don't even know. I feel like 4 or 5.
So if we do one or two more, we'll do like 6 or 7 more.
Wow. Okay, yeah, let's try to do it. We gotta blast through these
Total,
now.
I mean.
Yes.
6, 7.
6, 7. All right. This one. Okay. Are they overly concerned with their appearance and validation from others? Like, is that a red flag?
Uh,
The gears are
I
grinding.
think it depends to the extent.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd ever say it's a red flag though. I
Okay.
think unless it's like that case of like some people will like they won't even go outside because they think they look awful, and it's
Mm.
like that's like where it can get to a red flag. But if it's like the case of like, oh, they always say before they go out, they're always doing their makeup, they're making sure they're in this like great clothes, like no holes, like it's like beautiful dress or suit or what, that's not a red flag. If you want to like make yourself look amazing daily and go through that effort, good for you. Like good
Yeah.
for you that you have that much like time and effort to do that daily.
Yeah.
But if it's like, I think the only time it would be a red flag if it's the case of like, oh, they won't even go outside because they think they're awful looking, and that's no matter how much work they put into themselves, they're always like, I can't go out there. Joe
Yeah.
Smo will think terribly of me if he sees me. Like,
Yeah. Joe
if
Schmo.
it's like that much, I yeah, just want like the
Gosh darn
way
Joe
you do
Schmo.
like a basic name. But like stuff like that, if it's like that's I think the only way I'd say a red flag. If it's like genuinely like it's not just like wanting like to like affirmation of like how they look like or anything like that. It's more that case of they always think terribly of how they look and won't even like socialize because of it. But
Yeah.
if it's like I said, if it's the case of, oh, you just want to make yourself look like really nice because you want others to think that way about you,
Mm.
more power to you. You do you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, like, okay. So I don't. Okay. I'm trying to see it because, like, okay. I think like I think it depends. Like if it's like an overly like it consumes your entire being like because it also says validation, right? So like I'm looking at that part and like needing validation from others, like if it's like an all the time thing, like you literally cannot think for yourself, it can be really hard to like have a relationship because if you ask them like, "Hey, like what do you want?" and they just think they have to say what you want, you're never actually going to know what they want. And then the resentment might build up because I've been on both ends of that where like I was a huge people pleaser before, and like I just genuinely thought my opinion didn't matter, so I was like, oh my god, everybody's validation like matters more than my own opinion. So then I would just tell people what I thought they wanted to hear without actually expressing how I felt, you know? Like someone could be really hurting me and they might not never know because I just say like, oh, it's fine, like we're good, you know? And
Yeah, I could see the case of if it's also heavily like people pleasers where it could be a problem. I still like personally for me,
mm,
I still would not call it a red flag. And that's solely for the reason of is while that might be how they are right now, a lot of the
mm,
time, not always, but a lot of time if they have that person who is heavily supportive of them in
mm,
their life,
yeah,
they do tend to get past that. That is something
you
you
think
can
so?
work through.
Okay, yeah. I think it's like it's
So
also just
like
finding people who like make you feel that comfortable too because
and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like if you have like this specific person who like they truly make you like
mm,
realize like you have an opinion, like they help you realize this stuff, then it's like, yeah, there's no like that's not a red flag because it's something you can kind of work through
yeah, like yeah, no, I 100% see what you're
compared
saying.
to compared to like other things. Yeah, if it's like I said, like you won't even go outside because of it. But if it's like that case of, oh, you do need like this, like you're a people pleaser right now, but a lot of time if you find that specific person who makes you realize like that you have your own opinion, that you can think for yourself, you could do this stuff for yourself. A
Mm,
lot of time that helps someone and that makes it so they do change and they do realize like, hey, I don't need to constantly be worrying about others. I can speak my mind. I can just you just need to find the right person to help you do that. Of course,
yeah,
not everybody can find that person or everybody can change,
yeah.
but
Some people stink.
that's some people think, yeah,
Some
that's
people
a way
just
of putting
stink.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the exact case. Is yeah, it's like if you if you're willing to work through it, it's different. But if you won't even work through it, where like it's that case of like I said, won't go outside because of it, or
I I
won't like
I,
is
th-
like
I think
fully
I'm in
like
like
physically
a
afraid.
yeah. Like I'm also saying because like what you said, like they're too afraid to go outside. Like I feel like that also inhibits like if they are so worried about how people perceive them, that also might say something like their own self worth is a little bit like on the line. And I feel like when I feel like that's not a problem at all. I just think like if you're at that point in your life, just speaking from experience, I think you need to figure yourself out first before you like you can figure yourself out in a relationship, but I feel like that is like kind of like taking over your mind more than like I don't know, considering like I don't know, like being in a relationship because like sometimes it's hard for people to balance. Like not everybody can balance both, right? And like it depends on like what point in life you're at. Because if you feel like you're just starting to figure it out, like it might be a little bit harder to like be present in a relationship. So like
See, but that's still kind of why like I think like it's not a red flag because you could work through it, and it's that case of yeah, it might be a case of you guys won't date right now because they're still working through it.
yeah, like I don't think it's a red
That's
flag, but
but it's still the case of you're like there to help. Like yeah, you guys might not date right now because of it. So instead, you guys might be like really close friends until you
mm,
figure out whatever it is.
but then see that's like good communication. That's like assuming you won't jump into something that you're not ready for. But like a lot of people jump into
Yeah,
things they don't know they can't handle. And that's not like on them always, but like sometimes they don't know. Sometimes like, oh yeah, I can handle it, and then they realize they can't along the lines, and then
yeah, that also happens. Is like sometimes you think you can handle more than you really can,
mm,
and that's just the case of that. Also, just kind of it happens. You and like that's why I still don't think it's a red flag. It just might end up being something you kind of need to work through, or maybe like take a step back from them and be like, I'm still here for you. Like I still do say love you or whatever. Like, but for right this moment, I think it's best if you work on yourself or we work on ourselves and kind of get to the point where we're not constantly worrying about the other one or
Mm.
thinking the other one like hates you or whatever it may be. Like I think it's something that could truly be worked through, that can be fixed, so you don't. If you have bad self worth, I truly think if you have someone else that is constantly like trying to like tell you how much you're worth, like how great you are, eventually it will help you through it.
Yeah, yeah. And that's on like that
So
person
like
to
that's
like,
where I kind of look at it.
yeah, like be able to like both parties need to like be willing to like go through that together, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, last one. Where'd it go? I might have lost it. Oh, are they overly critical of other people and engage in gossip frequently? Like, I guess it's leaning towards more women, I guess, like, because I'm reading from, like, the guys and girls section, but I'm just kind of, like, applying it to both. But, like, if they, I don't know, do guys gossip? I think guys gossip, right? Maybe I'm being ignorant right now.
Mm,
I might be being ignorant. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a
they
guy, so
complain.
you complain.
They complain at times, but it's like it depends how you
I guess, like,
define
talking
gossip. I
shit? I don't
guess.
know. Like, talking shit or, like, down, or, like, disparaging someone's name, I guess. It's,
I,
like, kind of
I
the same
mean,
thing.
yeah, sometimes, but ours is more like for me personally, I do talk crap about people at work, but
Yeah.
that's because it's usually like, oh, this person sucks. I hate working with them.
Yeah, like, that's reasonable.
It's
Not
not
everybody
as
gets
much
along.
like, oh, it's not as much as like, oh, did you hear that blah 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 did this
Blah, blah, blah.
and
Yeah.
yeah, did you hear that this person did this and that they're like this? Oh, they're trashy because they're that way. Like it's not like that. Like that's how I consider more of like gossip over
Yeah.
just
Lore
like
dumping. Not lore dumping,
complaining.
but like
Lore dumping
that's
is
what I'll call it. I don't know.
wild.
Sometimes, well, because like let's say I rant to you about a lot of things, and you don't know half the people I'm talking about, so I feel like in that case it's just you're just ranting. But if like you're talking about let's say you're in the same friend group, I feel like that's a bit different. Like if you're going around saying like, "Oh my god, I hate this person. Oh my god, I hate this person," and it's like with everybody in the group, like that's just like, what are you doing? Like, like
Yeah, see, but
it's.
it's once again, it's the case of like with your stuff to me,
Mm,
90% of the time, it's not like, oh, this person is trashy because they do this. It's usually like more of you trying to see if you're in the right or the wrong. Like, this person did this to me. This is how I feel.
yeah, yeah.
Or this is how, like, like, you're trying to figure out, like, are you in the wrong for thinking this person is doing this?
Mhm.
That's more of not like, I don't consider that as gossip. I, like I said, gossip is more of like, oh, did you hear that Brad cheated on Sarah? Like, he's
Yeah.
so trashy because he did that. He's a piece of
When
garbage, or
it's like
like,
not their business to like really share, I guess.
right? It's not their business. They're just talking crap on someone. Or if it is still like the case of, yeah, this stuff happened between like you and whoever, and now you're just like you guys broke up, and now you're just constantly talking crap on them. Like, oh, he's an awful person. That's also gossip.
Mm, yeah.
Compared, like I said, it's like different if it's like you're explaining to say like one person, like I don't know what to do. He was this way towards me, like he ended up being like a bad guy. Like explaining like why like stuff happened, why you feel the way you do is one thing, compared to
Yeah.
just talking crap on someone and then spreading like rumors or talking about their personal life that you're not even part of. That's where I think it's like
Yeah, like that's weird.
that's
Like, why
that's
do
the
you
red
care so
flag.
much? Yeah. It's like why are you paying so much attention to other people? Like focus on yourself.
Right. Like
Yeah.
who, and that I think that goes back to like the case of the like how we were talking about with people who are rude to like customer service and everything. That's like makes you seem like you think you're better than them, but
Mm.
also
Yeah.
like you don't know what they go through first off.
Yeah.
They might not have been given as much as you or been able to do as much as you. They might have had other hardships. It's all like there's
Yeah.
so many stipulations that you kind of have to look at before you can really judge.
Yeah. Exactly.
And like if you just gossip about everything that happens with someone, it just makes you seem like you think you're better than them. Like we said with the people who are like constantly at customer service, they just seem like they think they're better than them.
Mm. Yeah. No. Exactly. And like, well, that's like part of the first, like part, like the first part of the question was, are they overly critical of other people? So like,
I
that is
like I said, I
huge
still
red
think that
flag.
just ties into
Yeah.
the complaining, like getting upset at the customer service and everything.
Yeah.
If you're overly critical and like talking crap on their job about what they do for work, like this type of stuff, it still just seems like that case of you're just like extremely judgy of others. It's like that's still like in my opinion like that red flag because now you're judging someone for whatever it may be, even though it might not have anything to do with you. Oh,
Mm.
this person is trashy because they work at Burger King, like whatever. You don't
Yeah.
like this might be their first job. They might not have another option. They might
Yeah.
have like they might be trying just finally now managing to like start their lives or something. Who knows?
Yeah. Or it's like maybe
Maybe
they just
they
needed like a
were
side
homeless and they
job.
couldn't.
Like,
Right?
or
Maybe it's a side job or maybe
yeah.
they just got fired or they're like looking for a different job and this is just like a temp job. Like stuff
Yeah.
happens.
Exactly.
Or so like being like judgy of like all that stuff. Like you don't know. It's
Yeah.
one thing to judge someone if you know exactly what's going on in their life. Like if I know Bob over there is like he gets handed everything. He like got all this stuff and now he's still just like sitting there doing nothing with his life. Like, okay, I can see
Yeah.
why you could judge why you're like judging them a little bit. Like you know their life.
Yeah.
But if it's like an absolute stranger and you don't know anything about them, if you're just judging them for everything, that's where it's just
Mhm.
once
Exactly.
again a like problem, a red flag because it's like why do you have a right to judge someone you don't know?
Exactly. Oh yeah. I think you that's really well said. Like I feel like I agree with all of that. Um yeah. Well, we're pretty much reaching that time. So, unless you have anything else you want to say with like that point or any of the points really.
Yeah. Uh. Uh.
Brain,
Uh.
think,
Uh. I don't
ponder.
know. I lost it. It's gone.
The words have flowed away. Unfortunate.
It's yeah. It's gone.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody who's listened, and also let us know, like, and let us know in the comment section if you guys like followed along, what you think is a red flag. Do you agree with us? Do you like disagree with anything we said? And let us know what you guys are planning on doing for Valentine's Day, or if you have any red flags you'd like us to discuss. You can also leave that. Maybe we'll do a part two. Who knows? And yeah,
Buh.
buh. We just filmed two podcast episodes back to back. I am I'm in space.
Hype castle.
Hype Castle! Yeah, shout out if you guys came from the last episode. If you did, brownie points to you. Uh, yeah. All right, and that's on us. The Hype Castle. Yeah, Hype Castle.
Hype
All right,
castle.
it's been Kawa and.
I don't know who I am.
Alrighty, bye guys.